Georgia, the whole day through.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning.
Welcome to Atlanta where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Big beats hit streets, see gangsters roaming, and parties don't stop till 8 in the morning.
Now the party don't start till I walk in, and I usually don't leave until the thing is. But in the meantime, in between time, you work your thing, I work mine.
Welcome to Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows, back to the mackin' and jacking the clothes. Adolescents packing the foes. A knock on the door. Who is it? I would happen to know, the one with the flow. Who did it? It was me, I suppose. JD in the rolls and Luda's in the cut supreme, skating down old Nat, gat tucked and lean. I split your spleen, as a matter of fact, I split your team. No blood on the sneaks, gotta keep it so my kicks is clean. I get the cream, cops see me flick my beams. I'm allergic to doc prescribed antihistamines. Oink oink, pig pig, do away with the pork. Only silverware needs a steak knife and a fork. Did you forget your fucking manners? I'm Bruce with banners, Ludacris, Johnny Rockets when I shoot the cannon. The woolly mammoth, saber-tooth, bitch, bite your tongue. I won't stop until I'm rich as them whites will come. I pull up in a black Lotus, your plaques are bogus, so I stripped them off the wall, waiting for my cue to corner pocket 8 balls. You racking them up, I'm big paper like pancakes, stacking them up. In fact, I'm slapping them up. Cadillac is a truck, I can't lose.
Center for the Performing Arts, Centennial Olympic Park, and Imagining Children's Museum. This is Peachtree Center Station. Esta es la estación
Something to get off my chest. My life is kinda boring. Need something that I can confess. Till on my sleeves I stained red from all the truth that I've said. Come by it honestly, I swear. Thought you saw me weak, no, I've been on the brink. So tell me what you want to hear. Something that I like those ears. All my secrets away. This time, don't need another perfect line.
August here. As you can see, I already got in. I'm currently in Warm Springs. My pickup point for the hostel, and I'll explain that later, is the next stop over at North Springs, I believe. That's the last stop for the shuttle bus. But anyway, in between here and North Springs, there's LA Fitness. So I just got my workout on, and then right across the street over here there's an REI. So what I'm gonna do is my pickup time is 2:30. I'm looking at 12:41 and it's March the 12th. So what I'm gonna do is while I bring my body temperature down, I'm gonna stop at a few stores, go through my gear just a little bit more, and then when I get to my pickup point, I'm assuming I'm gonna get there early, and then I'll explain about the hostel. But as you know, I came in on the bus station, right? Well, not even across the street from the bus station is the train station, MARTA. Okay, so for $3.25, I take the MARTA station all the way out to the last stop, and that's where the hostel picks you up at. So right now I'm just killing time, pick up some things. I don't have to go to REI, so I'm not gonna go, but just so you know, it's Warm Springs, it's right across the street, okay? Out here. Actually, I did need something, so I decided to come across the street. I'm going to check with the Goodwill first, because what I need is really not that essential, and if they don't have it, then perhaps I'll go to REI. We'll see what happens. But anyway, this is the REI, and I was across the street over there in that shopping center. And remember, I'm in Warm Springs. Alright, I'm currently at North Springs bus station, and I'm waiting to get my ride from the hostel. Now this is where the hostel comes in, and this is why it's so important. Let's say you're just a regular hiker and you're making your way to Trailhead and you don't know anything about hiker hostels. You're just trying to get to Amicalola Falls, which is the start, or Springer Mountain. If you take a bus or a train into Atlanta, the average cab fare is like $175, and that's just to pick you up at that location, drop you off at Amicalola Falls, and it may even cost you more than Springer Mountain. Now, I use the word Amicalola Falls a lot. What is that? Amicalola Falls is a state park, and then what it is it's the approach trail. It's where people go to, like, you know, hug their family. You know, you can actually stay in a hotel. It's a lodge. Like I said, it's a state park. You get your last meal, or however you want to put it, and then you can either hike the access trail for like 8.5 miles, or you can get in the car with your family and they'll drive you up to the summit of Springer Mountain, and you can begin your hike there. Now, let's say you go to Gainesville. Let's say you go to Atlanta and you take a bus to Gainesville. That's a little bit closer. The average cab fare from Gainesville to Amicalola Falls is $125, okay? And that's just to pick you up, not including tip, and drop you off at the park, all right? Now, where the hostel comes in, it's the hostel in Dahlonega. What they'll do is they will pick you up in either Atlanta or Gainesville. Like, okay, for example, I took the bus to Atlanta, right? All right, on the same street, not even 50 meters down, is the MARTA station. I paid $3.50. I got a card, and I took the MARTA train all the way down to North Spring Station. Right now, I'm at North Spring Station. My last transmission with you was at we'll call it South Springs, if I'm even pronouncing it right. But South Springs was maybe a quarter mile down. That's where the REI was. That's where the gym was. That's where, you know, Target is, all those stores. So since I have a 2:30 pickup and I'm early because it's 2 o'clock, I worked out. I went to REI. Turns out I needed to have my pack adjusted because I'm carrying way too much weight. I'll let you know what the pound is, what the actual amount is when I get to the park and I weigh it. But so it worked out. They readjust my pack for me. I mean, I'm no expert, you know. So now I'm actually here and I'm waiting for the hostel to come pick me up. Now, why the hostel? So they'll pick me up here. They'll pick anybody up here at North Springs, or they'll pick you up in Gainesville at that Gainesville bus station. They will take you back to their house. They will put you up in the bunk overnight, and in the morning they will feed you a like smorgasbord type breakfast, and then they will drop you off at the falls for $80. You can't beat that. I mean, you cannot beat that. So it's worth it. It's worth going through the reservations. It's worth waiting to see when they'll have a bunk available. And even if you don't sleep there, let's say they're booked, it's still worth it to just have them pick you up and shuttle you out because you're still saving money, okay? So that's the significance. Now, when I get to, I've actually stayed at this hostel twice. This is my third time. When I get there, I'll do a walkthrough. I'll let you see what it's all about. And in the morning, I'll try to get a shot of breakfast so you can see what the spread is like, okay? So that's where we are right now. I'm a little bit tired. I've been sleeping off and on as far as the bus goes, but I'm good. You know, I had enough energy to go to the gym. It's just I actually, to be honest with you, I wanted to use their shower and their jacuzzi, but I did work out a little bit. But I'm just trying to relax my muscles as much as possible because it's going to be a minute before you can actually get them pampered and whatnot. So, all right, out here. All right, this is the hiker hostel, much like I remembered. They got the little chickens and whatnot, which is cool. Free range, right? These are the yard birds. It's a nice plot of land. You got cabins and everything else inside the house. All right, I'm gonna press pause and take you inside. We'll do a silent tour. I don't want to freak anybody out. Okay, out here.
You're already on the go.
Yeah, getting some footage.
Did he pick you up like from
Same as her. We were in the same place. The train station.
Yeah.
Various rooms. Computer. By the way, they do have Wi-Fi. Bunks. Bathrooms. it's really spacious. It's huge. What are you weighing in at? 35?
38.
38? That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm down here in the basement. You got the memory wall. Okay. That's my bunkmate Dennis right there. As you see, we got the opposite of the penthouse suite, but not necessarily a dungeon. It's real spacious down here. Got the screen, DVD, big screen TV, more rooms. Nice bathroom. Overflow bunks. This is my suite right here. That's that beast. And that's my bunk. Alright. There you have it. This is the hostel at Dahlonega. So, like I said, you can pay $120 and have somebody take you to the trail, or you can pay $80 and come down here, get a room, get free eats, the whole nine, right? $80. There you go, out here. This is the back side of the house. You got a fire pit right there, right? Look at all this, the woodwork. Everything is just so pristine. This is the kind of stuff you see in Vail or Breckenridge or something. And it kind of has that Colorado outback rustic kind of feel to it, right? Okay, I want to go right into the next thing I was going to talk about. And this is good because I don't believe I've mentioned this before. This right here is called Body Glide, okay? There are several variations of this right here, but at the end of the day, this cuts down on friction. Now, the way you want to apply it is basically you want to shave your hair, shave the hair from between your legs up to your crotch through here, okay? Then you're going to take this and just like deodorant, you're going to put this all the way up to your crotch and loop down your legs. And what that'll do is it'll cut down on friction. I mean, you'll be like slick as a baby's bottom. And trust me, it's priceless. Because when that friction comes and the heat comes, you're looking at so many different things, from prickly heat to chafing to rash. And that doesn't take 24 hours to heal. That takes a second. Because first the heat got to go down. And if you broke the skin, you got to worry about infection. And then you got to worry about changing your clothes and stuff. Because think of it like this. Salt, when your body sweats, it sweats salt. Okay? 90% of minerals are metal. So salt is in fact like a metal. So when you're walking and the sweat dries and that salt is just going between there, it's just like taking metal grindings and just you know, rubbing them between your legs like you're trying to make a fire. Trust me, this is priceless. So definitely you want to look into Body Glide. Thank you.
One of those. Catch us like what, 5?
Moving out. Unfortunately, I weigh 58.9 pounds. I'm at 60. I'm about to hand my pack up. You got one more. I'm bringing it up. It's 60 pounds. Be careful.
Lunch, guys, today.
It's raining.
He said what was a gift.
Got a van stuffed with excited hikers, ready to get wet. Brave all the elements like the postman. And we'll do whatever it takes to make it. Dun, dun, dun.
Right? Is this like a conveyor belt, like past the back?
So this is the ceremonial visitor center stuff. This is where you go. You can't miss it, really. Come up to the front through the doors. They had a scale, they had a weight scale at the hostel, and I weighed my pack there. That's how I know I'm about 60 pounds, so I'm not gonna do it here. And then you come in and you register.
That's a good start right there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
This is our, we're doing an E! True Hollywood story. He's going to
Yeah.
be filming us most of the time.
That's awesome.
We're gonna make it official.
That's right.
Hey, it's raining outside. It's inclement weather, so I decided to come inside to say this last piece. The reason why, well, for example, I've hiked the trail a lot of times, and I've always done the approach trail. And the reason why is, number one, right now, for example, I'm at 60 pounds, right? So I'm obviously carrying a lot of weight because I have a lot of things. And so basically what the approach trail does is it gives you that space you need to evaluate exactly how the gear that you have is riding on you, how the pack feels. Is that weight going to be agreeable for you? And because it's such an intense 8.5 miles, you're going to know exactly what you're dealing with. And so I always recommend taking the approach trail. All right. Now, 3 miles into the approach trail, there is a side trail that takes you to a lodge. So that's help, that's shelter in inclement weather, and that's a shuttle back. Okay. 2 miles after that, you have another shelter where if you don't make it to Springer Mountain, you can still stop, reevaluate, rest. And then last but not least, from there, when you get to Springer Mountain, that's the drop-off point where everybody comes to converge, right? And so they're kissing their loved ones, send them on their way, but at the same time, the loved ones, the shuttle drivers, the family members, they're getting back in their car and they're going right back down the mountain. So if you have a problem, if you need to get back, if you need to abort or reevaluate your gear, you can just hitch. It's obvious you're a hiker. It's not going to be a problem, and you can get back off the mountain, as opposed to going straight to Springer Mountain and then hiking into the woods, going flat out into nothing. No surface road, no nothing, right? And then you have to turn right around and come back with the problem gear. All right, so that's why I recommend taking it. Anything else on Amicalola Falls? I mean, I really did cover the falls in some of my earlier videos in 2012. So as I'm saying, I don't want to be redundant, so I may call it on that. You know, I'm going to be passing the falls and stuff, but like I said, it's raining right now. It's overcast. It's not so great. So there you have it. All right, out here. These are the particulars. And this is the archway you pass through. And as you come through, this is just from me to you. When you're coming and you're doing the approach trail, if you go up here, straight through here, there ain't nothing much to see. So I wouldn't recommend that. They put about $1.8 million in developing the stairs to the falls. So this is the way you want to go. You want to follow this and take it straight through here. And then you're going to pass through the falls and the 605 steps. I'll try to give you a shot of it, but it will be brief. Warning. All right. This is the shelter that they sponsor here in the park. It's one of the better shelters you'll see on the trail, but it's just kind of pampering. You know, you see this and you think, oh, these shelters are awesome, but you know, it's not that bad when there's a real restroom right down the way right here. But anyway, it's good for people that just want to test their mettle, so to speak. All right.
With him on top, living your soul.
top of the falls, and boy, that was brutal. Training or not, 60 pounds on your back takes a toll, no doubt. Anyway, did I mention that today's Friday the 13th? All right. There was a time when this sign did not exist. But after a while, and knowing with the hundreds of scores of people, will say, that have attempted this approach trail only to have to be rescued or are very, very disappointed without having warning, you know, this is the result of that. The park is saying, all right, you know, let's make it painstakingly clear that this is hard. So there you go. You know, if that's not a sobering message right there, I don't know what is. And that's just a hike. Never mind the weight you're carrying on your back. That's what makes the approach trail such a beast and a monster. But that's also what makes the approach trail the perfect tester for your gear, for everything you got going on. This is what you need to know. And I said it before and I'll say it again. If you can get through the approach trail with the stuff you got on your back and you're okay with that gear, then it's worth that 8 miles just to know that, because the peace of mind is priceless. And at the end of the day, let me say this. Actually, well, I'll go ahead and say it. When I'm telling you I'm carrying 60 pounds, I'm not bragging. That's stupid, okay? And if anybody think they can go, I don't care what kind of shape you're in, all right? If you think for a second that you can go from Georgia to Maine carrying 60 pounds on your back, I don't care if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, or Jerry Springer. I mean, you're just an idiot. You don't attempt anything like that. But here's the deal. I know that in a month or so, I'm gonna be at about 45 pounds. I know what I can get rid of. And that's the thing. Having the knowledge to know what you can take out, you know, the adjustments that need to be made, that's the thing. That's what separates the people that feel that they can't do it and they end up quitting, from the people that know, all right, I can do this, I can do that. You can always fall back, fall back, fall back. So that's where we are right now. What I'm gonna do right now is go to the lodge. I'm gonna show you the lodge. I'm gonna cut this video, put it out, and then I'm gonna hit the trail out here. Behold, Amicalola Lodge. I used to work here back in 2005. Before I started the trail, I was in transition. I was totally liquid. All I had was cash and gear. So I came down here and took a look at the weather. It was cold. So anyway, I asked to speak to the manager and I talked myself into a job as a cook. I stayed here for 3 months, got my last check, and in March, I hit the trail. By the way, I signed in at 377th. So I'm the 377th hiker to start the trail on Friday, March the 13th. If they got Wi-Fi, we're in business, so I can post this stuff. I'll take you in for a second. It's really nice. Years later, I would return here and I would speak to coworkers. But when I came through in 2012, there was just 2 left. 2 soul survivors. Bless their heart. Okay, let's see if we can get this posted out here.
Picture it in your mind. Formulate the words. Yeah, keep the rhythm like. Check your emotions, but bring the heat. Stay focused on what you came to do. Yeah, now rock this motherfucker and bear some fruit. Everybody can't win, I know that's straight. But those who got the will and the skill can participate, and this is where I live, in the world of the few, where we give what we give and we do what we do, cause we gotta change our circumstance. We decided, so we take what we have, set the fuse and light it. hope for the best, expect the worst. Don't let it get you down, we can lift the curse. Cause all I ever knew was pain. Life is just a dirty game. I have to rise above the shame and wake from this dream, what I call the American scheme. Cause hard work will put you in an early grave. Slavery is minimum wage, working 2 jobs in a hole and still can't make it. So crime is opportunity, and yes, I'll take it. Don't judge me until you walk in my shoes, cause only then you'll understand that winners can lose. Intelligent, creative, beautiful, big. How am I in last place? The game is rigged. So I'm bitter when I walk these streets with my head down, feeling like a king that lost his crown. I know I'm full of light, but I'm faded. I shouldn't choose wrong over right, but I'm jaded. The world is a lot, and I'm gonna tear it down. Love and peace, that's not what I found. I shake cause I feel the cold. I hate cause you have the gold. I wait cause I'm feeling bold. One more step, don't you take it. You walk over me and your leg, I'll break it. I live by the sword, you live by your greed. And when we collide, only one will bleed. And I will take what you stole from me, and your worst fears, I will allow you to see. Lord, I know my treasures are in heaven, but I can't wait. Satan's in my head and I'm tempted to reciprocate. So steady this shaking hand. Allow your angels to show me a plan that will take me out of poverty, so I can see the joys of the world that was meant for me. And maybe then realize, see the balance of the world and know the meaning of the compromise.
I'm tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, every step that I take is another mistake to you, and every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. I've become so numb.
Listen, my birth was not a planned thing, but my parents knew the state of the world for the son they'd bring. Abortion or a bad life, either kill it or bring another bastard in this world of strife. Years later, and it's no surprise, my only disappointment are the memories I suppress and hide. I've had more fights than women. I can tell you of the inside of a cell in prison. I can speak of the sights on the road to hell. But I'm a soldier, remember me well, cause I won't rest. I'm the metal that digs in your chest, the bullet that stings the best. Don't you cry. I'm not complaining, I know the sum of my worth, and I'm thankful for what I once saw as a curse. Cause where life is a fight, success is war, and pity is a symptom of poverty we try to ignore. So I found a distraction, and with the strength of my hand I took action. This is what I learned from the alleys of the dark street. This is what I earned from the people who did not see. You wanna come to my town, keep your head down, give what you got when asked or get knocked down. You can afford the loss, I got a family to feed no matter what the cost. It's all the same to me. Friend, foe, or just another casualty. But some people can't get it through their heads. That's why the streets are red, covered with the blood of the souls that resisted. Now in the ER, broken and twisted. Pissed cause the cops didn't do what they should. Mad cause 911 don't work in the hood. So they chalk up their loss as a lesson learned and make a vow to never return to the place where I'm from, without a gun, where violence is the way transactions are done, where the strong get paid, the weak get raped, and those that know better learn to split the take.
Tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting